Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we would talk about BP, that is Business Partner, and also we would go inside the SAP system and create a business partner. So let's start. So let's talk about Business Partner in S4 HANA. So in S4 HANA, Business Partner is the leading object and single entry point into maintaining business partner, customer, and supplier. So previously it was called Vendor Master Data, but after we have S4 HANA, it is called as supplier. And BP is a transaction wherein you can create a business partner, a customer, and a supplier. So it is one single transaction wherein you can maintain three things, that is business partner, customer, and supplier. Now, why did we come up with business partner? Because there are many advantages. Now, the first advantage is that we can maintain multiple addresses which was not possible in ERP. We can have multiple roles associated with the same business partner. We have maximum data sharing and reuse of data. General data is available for all business partner roles. We can have multiple relationships of the same business partner. We have maintenance of time dependency like roles, addresses. So these are advantages of maintaining business partner in S4 HANA. Now, if I talk about the roles, it's very important. We have two roles, FLCU XX. So XS is 00. So if I create a role under FLCU 00, it is a customer account. The financial data of the customer will be stored inside FLCU 00, and the sales organization data of the customer will be stored in FLCU XX. So XS can be replaced by 00 for financial data of customer and 01 for sales organization data of the customer. Similarly, for vendor roles, we have the role FLVN XX. So 00 is for the accounting section or the accounting details of the vendor, and vendor purchasing 01. So FLVN 01 is for vendor purchasing, where we have to maintain the data of purchase inside the vendor. Now, this is a typical transaction of a BP. So when we type in BP here, this is the screen that opens. So these are the roles. So we have to create an organization. For example, if it's a vendor, we have to click on this option, and we have to select a role. So normally we have the general role. We first create the BP under general role, and then we have to select for customer, we select FLCU 00 and maintain data, the FI data of the customer. Then we can maintain the customer, which is the sales organization data, with FLCU 01. Similarly, for vendor, if I have to maintain the financial data of supplier, I will select this role, FLVN 00. And if I have to create purchasing data of the supplier, I will have to select FLVN 01. So these are the different types of roles by which we can maintain the data in BP. Now, in general details inside the BP, so this is the title, the name of the company will be here, and the address is here, and these are various tabs wherein you can store information. So I will show you once we have been doing the demo. So this is the purchasing details of the particular business partner. So we can see the purchasing organization details here, and we can, if you click on this option, we can maintain multiple purchase organizations, because as you know that a vendor can be assigned to different purchase organization. So if I have to maintain multiple purchase organizations, I can click on this option and I can store the data here. Please check this data where it shows that 74% of my viewers are finding value from the videos, but they have not subscribed. So I appeal to all the viewers to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and please hit the bell icon so that you do not miss any notification. Now, to create business partner, the T code which you have to remember is BP. So I press BP and I press enter. So this screen will open which says maintain business partner. Now, if we want to view the business partners that are already created, we can click on start here. So there will be 100 entries that would be shown. You can click on start, and we would have the list of business partners that are created in the system. So we have different sorts of business partners created. Now, if I want to create a new one, I would go into this option. It says create organization. So I would click on create organization. And here there is an internal number range. Now we have to choose a role. So the assignment would be the internal one. So I would give a number here, and this the general data. So first we create the business partner under general role. So I can create, give a name, say 101. So I give a business partner name as 101, and this is a company. And for example, I can type in test vendor, say 2, and I would give the details like search term. I can give as test, or any suitable keyword we can give in this field. If I go down, I would have to give the country. For example, I can give US, and the city, for example, maybe New York. And if I scroll down, I can maintain languages, I can maintain telephone number. It is same as the old transaction XK01. We maintain the details of the vendor. We have the address independent communication. We have all sorts of information. If I go to address overview, we can see this validity date. I go to identification. I have organizational data. I go to control, and we can give a BP type. So the type of business partner. So what type of vendor we are creating. So if I go to F4, I can have, I can choose from an option like if it's an employee, or if it's a broker, or if it's a partner, if it's a sales agent or a stakeholder. So I can give any one. For example, I can choose this option. If I go to payment transactions, I can see the bank details, or whatever bank account and the bank key is there. I can key in these details here. If I go to status, I have the lock options and the archiving flags. Now, after filling all the information in these tabs, I can click on save. So once I click on save, this business partner will be created. So I have created the general data of business partner 101. Okay. Now, second step is to go to the change mode. So I click on here business partner and click on change. So I have created this vendor under the general role. So I have to create the vendor in these two roles. One is the supplier with finance information, and FLVN01 is the supplier with purchasing information. So I have to create this 101 vendor under these two roles. So I would click on the first role. So I select here. The general data is already filled here, the country and the other details. So this is a mandatory field. So it's a language. So I can select English. I select English language. I press enter, and I go to the general data. So enter general data, and I have this field which is mandatory. So I can copy this, and I have the external vendor number as the same. So I fill this option. I can check the other tabs, like I go to identification. These are the data which I can fill. I go to control, then I have already selected the BP type. If I go to payment transactions, I can key in these details, status. We have checked legal data. If I have any data, I can fill. When the general, I have fill this option. If I scroll down, I have more information like payment transactions. If I go to vendor tax data, I have the details of the tax data I can fill in, and I can maintain various texts. Now, once I have filled in all the information in all these tabs, I can click on save. So once I have filled in all the information, I can go to company code. So if I click on company code, then I would have to select the company code for which I want to save this vendor. So I can select F4, then I can choose a company code under which I want to create this BP. Okay, so I select this company code here and I press enter. So there are some details which we have to fill, like reconciliation account. So if I click on F4, I can select the reconciliation account that is there for my company. I have other details like payment transactions. If I have some payment terms, I can fill here. The vendor correspondence, if I have a dunning procedure, I can fill the status. I can see the status that, if I want to block for company codes, or if I want to set deletion blocks, I can set here. I have the withholding tax information I can fill in here. I have vendor texts which I can fill in here. So after we have checked all the tabs and entered all the information, I can click on save. So once I save, this vendor will be created inside this company code. Okay, so I click on save and the changes have been saved. Okay, now the third step is that if I want to maintain purchasing data, I have to select another role. If I go to change mode, then I can select the last role. So that is to fill in the purchasing organization data. So it is FLVN01. So this is supplier information. So whatever view or rather whatever role you have maintained, you can see this option as maintained. So the role will have this um, maintained written. So we have maintained this information, and if I go up, we have maintained this information. So these two informations are maintained. Now I have to maintain the supplier, so I click on supplier, and I can go to the vendor general data again, and I can check all the tabs. So with most of the tabs we have already filled. Okay. Now I have to go into this tab, purchasing, where I can fill the purchasing data. Now here we have to enter the purchase organization. So I can go F4 and I select the purchase organization here, and I press enter. So once I press enter, I have to select an order currency. So I can select my order currency. Now, if I want to extend this business partner in another purchase organization, then I would click on this option and I have this pop up and I go to create. If I create it here, I can select another purchase organization. For example, like, so if I want to create this business partner in this organization, I would have to select it from this F4 option. So I select it from here and I go to transfer. So once I go to transfer, the information will be filled. Okay, so if I go to purchase organization, I can see there are two purchase organizations for which it is maintained. Okay, so I can select this option. I can select this purchase organization. I can fill the order currency. Okay, so both order currencies are there. Now, after I have checked all these tabs, I would click on save so that I can save the data. So now the changes have been saved. So we have created this business partner and we have created three roles. So if I go to change mode here again, then I can see that these are the roles for which the vendor has been created. So I have maintained general data, I have maintained financial accounting data, and I've also selected the supplier data. So this is the whole procedure for creating a business partner. If you have any queries, you can write in the comment section below. So till we meet again in another video, you guys take care and goodbye.